We begin tonight with an update on the crash at Pearson International Airport. In a video released earlier this evening, a senior investigator with the Transportation Safety Board of Canada details what they know so far.
Following this initial impact, parts of the aircraft separated and a fire ensued. As you can see here, the fuselage came to rest slightly off the right side of the runway, upside down, facing the other direction. Other duties we'll be conducting here on site are examining the wreckage, examining the runway. We've already removed the cockpit voice recorder, the flight data recorder, and we've sent them to our lab for further analysis. At this point, it's far too early to say what the cause of this accident might be.
That was Ken Webster, and he says he's working with a team of 20-plus investigators, and 2 of the airport's 5 runways are expected to be closed for at least a couple of days. Sean Cowan has more on the crash.
Matt, the CEO of Pearson's airport is calling the first responders yesterday heroes after everyone was rescued from that plane and there were no fatalities. And today, most of the people who went to the hospital have now returned home. The Delta plane is still on the runway today where it crashed yesterday afternoon as the investigation continues. 80 people were on board, 76 passengers and 4 crew members. 22 on board were Canadian. This video shows the plane landing and then flipping on its side and eventually onto its back.
The crew of Delta Flight 4819 heroically led passengers to safety, evacuating a jet that had overturned on the runway on landing that was amidst smoke and fire. I thank each and every one of these heroes, every flight attendant and crew member on Delta Flight 4819.
21 passengers were taken to the hospital yesterday, but 19 have been released. Now the focus is on the investigation. The Transportation Safety Board of Canada, along with the FFA, are investigating the crash. Pearson Airport would not say today if weather played a factor in the crash.
Last night, 7 members of the Transportation Safety Board of Canada arrived at Toronto Pearson to begin the investigation. 13 more of those investigators arrived today. Members of the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration are also here on site, participating in the investigation. As it is a Mitsubishi aircraft, Mitsubishi will be here on site as well, and Delta Airlines has sent their GO team who are already here on site.
Over the next 2 days, the 2 longest runways at Pearson will remain closed for this investigation.
This and ongoing expected additional weather conditions today will affect how fast we recover operations, particularly with departure of aircraft. We do expect that the investigators on site will be reviewing the aircraft on its current configuration on the runway for the next 48 hours.
And because of the snowstorm a couple of days ago, along with yesterday's crash, there have been many cancellations and delays here at Pearson Airport. I caught up with some of the passengers today to see how their experience is. Tell me your story.
My flight was delayed 2 hours yesterday, and then when I finally got through security, it was canceled. And I've been on the phone for 5.5 hours waiting to get rebooked, and nobody's called me back.
I was in the airport when the crash happened. Didn't see anything though. And they told us we had to evacuate the gate area. We went down to our bags. We were supposed to pick up our bags. We were down there for 2 hours.
Well, basically 2 days. Our original flight was supposed to go Monday. It got delayed twice and then finally canceled. But they booked us on a flight for this morning at 8:40, but that was canceled. So we've now just managed to get a booking. We're going to fly to Ottawa and then from Ottawa to Calgary.
Well, you can have your cup half empty or it can be half full, so I'm going with my half full cup. Okay.
And as the investigation continues tonight and the plane is still out on the runway, there will be cancellations and delays at least for the next 48 hours here at Pearson.